Turn on your cloaking and pick off the Scourge. Come on, Hiya, you're scaring me. I mean, if you forgot cloaking at this stage, that's just noob. And another hatchery going down at the third base for Hiya, or for Kwanro, so he's gonna be able to mine at the minerals there actually. Although he's not even mining the gas there, he doesn't even have a extractor down or anything. I'm not really sure why he even. I mean he's got hatcheries there. Okay, and cloaking now finally is did finally use his cloaking there, but yeah, he's just looking at the third base and there's nothing there. He needs to go to the natural and see if he can do some harassment there. And he should also think about throwing down another racks or two. And I assume at this point he's probably got an excess of minerals, so he should probably either try to expand, which looks like he's trying to do it as the back third, since or I guess that would be his second actually. Hiya never expanded. I actually did not notice that. I assumed that at this point Hiya expanded once. He has not expanded yet at all. He's actually very, very economically behind. I did not notice that. Oops. And yeah, he's throwing up to second base now. Wow. Yeah, he is way behind economically. Under those circumstances, this Wraith and Vulture harass, those dropship play, has not been anywhere near good enough to really even this match out. Yeah, Kwanro I would say definitely has an advantage right now, because he does have 3 base stuff, and he's losing a bunch of drones here actually to some pretty darn good Wraith micro from Hiya. That was pretty good in killing off 3 or 4 drones there with only taking like even I think only 1 hit or 2 hits on his Wraiths at all. Hydralisks were able to pick off one Wraith as they were moving around the map, but that's it. They really cloak up and they kill off another couple Scourge, and it looks like Kwanro's getting ready to set up an expansion there at the top right main, I believe that is. That'd be I think that's the 2 o'clock main. And yeah, if he goes to a 4 base Zerg versus a 2 base Terran, that could be problematic. And yeah, it does look like Kwanro's just using his Scourge to scatter around. He saw the second base going up, and those Wraiths are actually doing a pretty good job now. They were doing pretty mediocre before, but now they're doing a pretty good job. Picked off 2 or 3 more drones there at the third base, and now they're picking up 2, 3, 4 more drones at the main. So those things actually have a lot of kills right now. They have at least 10 or 11 drone kills so far, which is pretty darn good. And yeah, he's killing off 2 more there, 3 more. He's killing a lot of drones, Hiya. That's actually very, very impressive. I am impressed by his Wraith play. Maybe he's a better player than I'm giving him credit for. I don't know. I think I was just upset at Oz for trading away 4GG and making their team all Jadong. But maybe Hiya's better than I give him credit for, so maybe I shouldn't be worried so much. But yeah, still a lot of Wraith out there. I think there's something like 6 or 7 Wraith out there. Some Scourge looking around trying to find them. And yeah, it looks like Hiya's gonna go in for another harass. There are Overlords and Hydralisks at every base, but still, Hiya's been able to take advantage of just the sight of everything and take advantage of where the mineral patches are actually located. And just pick off that Overlord that's at the third, so there's no detection there at the third, but the Scourge coming in, they're going to try and chase away the Wraiths. If they can cloak, they really should cloak and just pick off all these Scourge, because there's no way that an Overlord is going to come in there. But he must not have cloak, because obviously that would be one of the first things that he would go for. But if those Wraiths get picked off, he is going to be in such huge trouble. He needs to run those away. He needs to bring some Marines or something in to help them out. Oh my god, 1 Wraith goes down, 2 Wraiths go down. Or I think that was 2 Wraiths that went down there, and now the Hydras kind of come in and pick them off, but no, they are not able to. And Hiya barely escapes by the skin on his teeth. Barely got away there. And Lurker eggs are morphing outside of the natural of Hiya, but like I said, he expanded at his third behind his base. I mean, I keep calling it his third, but okay, it's his second, but it just happens to be behind his base rather than at his natural as his first expansion. And Hiya needs to be careful. He is baiting and taunting those Scourge a lot. He has a lot of faith in his Wraith Micro, and I have to say that so far I've been pretty impressed with it. So maybe it's pretty well founded so far. And it looks like Kwanro's throw down a 4th base at that 2 o'clock position. The observers are thinking they're going to show it now. Yeah, there they go. They showed it just now, and yeah, he is throwing that down. So that is going to give him his 4th base and his 4th gas. I think on this map actually every single base, every single expansion is a gas expansion, and there's like 3 per corner, so there's 12 total bases actually. But every single one is a gas expansion, which makes it so you don't really. Yeah, I think that's a lot of gas for a map, so I don't think you ever actually have to worry about that. The Marines coming in and picking off some Scourge that are hanging out at Hiya's base still, and some Overlords there. If those things can get popped off, they probably have units in there. They're going for a drop, and it looks like Hiya does not know this is coming, and he's going to know now, but that is way too late. 3 Lurkers and a bunch of Hydralisks. They're going to go burrow, and at the same time, counter drop going in for Hiya. He's going to hit the third base of Kwanro, but this is going to hurt Hiya a lot more, because this is going to put Hiya back on 1 base, whereas Kwanro's, if he does well, he should be able to just move those drones to another one of his bases and continue mining while he cleans this up, whereas Hiya has nowhere to really send those drones or anything. Hiya does get in here with his cloak rates to protect his counter drop, but it's not enough. Overlords come in with the drop with some Hydralisk, and they took out that counter drop. That counter drop was not that effective, and the second base for Hiya is going down, and I think Hiya is going to lose this match. He's down to 1 base. The Zerg player Kwanro is already at 4. There's a lot of Marines out on the field, ready to move out. There's cloak rates everywhere, or well, I don't know what I'm saying, but there's there's cloak rates and there's a bunch of Marines. But once that army goes down for Hiya, he's not going to be able to replenish it at all because he's still only on 1 base. That Marine force that he has is like the culmination of his entire game. There is nothing else behind it. There's no support for it. So, and Hiya is contained on both sides by Lurkers and Hydralisk. He can't move out of his base. He can't move dropships because I think there's Scourge and Hydralisk just everywhere. And look like there's only 1 Wraith left out of that huge 8 or 9 Wraith force that did really, really well in terms of doing a lot of damage. Queen's Nest is out for Kwanro, so I assume that something's becoming a queen. It's becoming a hive. Yeah, it looks like his hatch rate is natural is going to become the hive, and Hiya decides to GG. Wow! In this rematch of last year's final, CJ Entus absolutely destroying Hwaesung Oz 3-0. Sky High took down Young, which wasn't all that much of a surprise. Kwanro took down Hiya in what was a pretty evenly matched game, and then Movie somehow took down Jaedong, and I emphasize somehow. Jaedong decided to lose that match. He is Jaedong, so if he decides to win, I think he wins every time because he's just that good. But somehow Movie came out with some good play there and was able to take Jaedong down. And yeah, that wasn't even much of a rematch to go down 3-0. Maybe I think Oz is not looking real good right now. I thought they would be doing a lot better, and that they would at least put up more of a fight against CJ. That was pretty impressive by CJ. I think Hiya's main mistake in that game was he expanded so late. When he went for that 2 port rates plus the vulture drop, he needed to probably throw down an expansion before he went for so many tanks or something. But or maybe just gone for either 2 port rates or the vulture drops. But that just cost him so much resources that his expansion came up so late, and he wasn't able to do enough damage with those rates early enough. He ended up doing a lot of damage, but they happened kind of on the later end. Like after he had a bunch of them out, he was able to use his micro really well. But it happened after Kwanro already had his 3 bases, already had his macros starting up. So it was a little too late in terms of the damage, but he did get the damage done. He should just try and think about maybe trying to do that a little faster next time. And he might have been able to stay in that and get that second base up a little faster and been in a more advantageous position. But either way, good games. 3-0, CJ over Oz. Good night.